Every year after that, like Armando says, our parade belongs to all of us. So we all need to, get involved. But what I want to say is, Armando, I got to take my hat off to you and the pageant committee last Saturday. Wow. You even brought judges. Brian Thompson, ABC reporter, was one of them. You had a couple of members of the New York Criminal Justice Department.
That's correct.
And the way that it was done this year, I think it was the most proper way that it should always be done. All right.
We appreciate
it. It was an excellent show that they put on, all the young ladies. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I think the committee did an excellent, fabulous job. And I think that that's the way it should be done year after year.
Yes, it was very competitive. The girls came up with some of the most beautiful answers. The capacity crowd of probably 350 really appreciated the girls being able to answer questions from the judges. The 4-panel judge were more than qualified to judge this type of pageant, all of whom had double masters in many academics, and so we appreciated them coming down to enjoy that evening with us and be a part of the judging process.
And it was they were so honest.
Yes.
And so truthful,
Some of the answers,
they were asked like, what would you do if I give you $1? And one of the contestants said, I spend it.
Yes.
Or I go buy candy, and I thought that was absolutely
one
wonderful.
said I'll save it, one said I'll save it to buy a car, but one in particular, I will buy candy.
I want to buy
Yes.
candy with it. I love that. Do you know that when I was a little girl, I wanted to be Miss Puerto Rico, and to think that here I am now, the Grand Marshal.
How about
See? That never let go of your dreams.
That's correct.
Because you never know where your life is going to take you.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely right. The parade really shows the rich diversity of the Puerto Rican people in Jersey City, doesn't it, Orlando?
Absolutely. It's a vehicle for our community to show and display the progressiveness of the Puerto Rican community to the community in general. If you have uniformed members, whether in the military, whether police officers, firefighters, that the very same spectators can aspire to, then certainly that in itself inadvertently provides a motivation for them to aspire to become those career individuals. And our parade years ago started with a caravan of cars in the 60s. And it's evolved over the years where it's gotten more progressive. Puerto Ricans have contributed a lot more. Puerto Ricans have become more progressive in the political world as well as the professional world. And they actually started selecting the president by machine and ballot. They thought at first it would be democratic way of selecting a president, but also most importantly to teach the Puerto Ricans how to vote. And so it was twofold. And we've come through the 49 years inadvertently educating our community with one of the most important privileges that they could have, which is to vote.
And I guess every year we do a lot of changes because even the candidates were asked different questions this year, and the procedure was totally different than last
we
year.
totally changed the concept of the pageant this year. As you know, you guys were there. It was a Q&A, question and answer session by the judges. It helped the candidates learn about the town that they were representing. It helped them learn about Puerto Rico. We wanted to make it as educational as possible. And of course, Nydia, while I can interject this, our parade theme this year is a greener earth.
A greener earth.
And also in the interview process, they were asked about the greener earth and what they could do to better the world. So.
Yeah, I just want to mention, Armando, this year the committee is putting up a float in the name of the officer Mark Donato, one of the officers killed in the line of duty. And I think that was most appropriate to be able also to honor an individual that lost his life to protect our citizens. And other police officers that were involved in the incident also are going to be honored. So that is something that is really commendable.
Well, we felt that that's the least we could do for someone who made the supreme sacrifice for the citizenry of Jersey City. So we will honor him posthumously with a float coming down Montgomery Street, Police Officer Mark Donato from ESU. And we will honor him at the banquet with his wife and the other police officers who were injured and put themselves on the line once again for the citizens of Jersey City.
Detective Mark Donato would not be forgotten by any of us, especially not by the Hispanic community. This is all the time that we have. I want to thank you so much, both of you, for being here today. Freeholder Rivera.
Thank you, Councilwoman,
And
Grand Marshal.
the president of the Hispanic Parade. That's wonderful.
Thank
Jersey
you.
City Parade.
Thank you.
Nunca podré